Welcome to Spooky Bear, where darkness whispers your name. And today, please enjoy.
A smile for the camera. Mira Langley lived for her morning livestream. Each dawn she greeted her audience from a seafoam armchair, her ring light crowning her dark hair in a halo. She was perfection, bright lipstick, sparkling eyes, an operatic smile. Today was no different, until her left eye stuttered. On camera, she paused mid-sentence. Her scripted monologue about gratitude for her followers hung in the air. For a brief, unsettling moment, only the right eye blinked. The left stayed rigid, gaze fixed on a point just beyond the lens. Her voice trembled. "Excuse me, just a moment." She froze, heart hammering, and forced the twitch to cease. When she blinked both eyes again, viewers flooded the chat. "Mira, you okay? Did you see that? Love you, babe." Guilt coiled in her chest. She laughed off the glitch, switched cameras to her close-up, and forced a wide grin. An instant mask. But the smile was wrong. Her grin lagged, as though her face was 2 frames behind. She ended the stream early and stared at the playback. In slow motion, the stutter surfaced again. Only this time, the glitch cracked the veneer of her poise and revealed something darker. A second image of her face, superimposed but twisted, grinning too wide, eyes too bright. Over the next days, Mira tried to will the glitch away. New cameras, different software, unplugging and restarting. She invested in equipment that promised true-to-life color and anti-artifact stabilization. Nothing helped. The smile continued to lock at inappropriate moments, mid-laughter during a makeup tutorial, half an eyebrow raised when she asked a viewer question, lips stretched impossibly wide as she yawned. Her friends noticed. They spoke softly during calls. "Mira, you should take a break." She smiled, not too wide, and waved them off. "Just tired. All this content creation, you know?" At night, she stood before her vanity mirror, studying herself. The left corner of her mouth twitched without command. She pressed her palm to the glass. Her reflection's lips curled into that fixed grin before she could stop it. The mirror mouthed words she never spoke. "Keep smiling." It wasn't just her face. The world around her began to warp. Reflections in windows and polished surfaces echoed the glitch, Hannibal Lecter smiles bleeding into her own. She saw her distorted twin in storefronts as she walked to meetings, in glossy office windows at the agency where she worked part-time, even in her coffee's dark surface. Irrational panic stalked her. She took long showers to watch the steam distort her features, hoping the glitch would fade in vapor. But it remained, etched into every drop of water clinging to her skin. One evening, after an agonizing live session, Mira flung on her bathrobe and fled to the bedroom. She turned on every lamp, opened every curtain. She needed sunlight. Instead, she found the silhouette of that grin, waiting in the tall mirror across the room, the only shiny surface she hadn't covered. She froze, half-dressed, as the reflection raised one eyebrow on schedule, then locked in a grin that stretched too wide. She bit her lip until she'd tasted blood. "What do you want from me?" she whimpered. The reflection's grin deepened. Then, its hand lifted and pressed flat against the glass. When the real Mira touched the mirror, the glass felt warm, heart-warm. The reflection's fingertips pressed back. Mira staggered away. The reflection's eyes narrowed, mournful. The silent message was clear: "Stay. Feed me." Mira awoke to the phone's insistent buzzing. Comments, direct messages, calls from her manager. "Your engagement is off the charts," he said. Viewers are obsessed with the glitch. They think it's a bold, artistic statement. He begged her to lean into it. "Become the glitch queen, Mira. It's your unique brand." Popularity surged. Subscribers tripled overnight. Brands sent sponsorships. She was being celebrated for her deformity. Every new email dinged a thrill, but also a stab of guilt. Each view fed the glitch. Every comment dunked her a little deeper into its maw. She tried silence. She stopped streaming. But in her absence, her glitch clips went viral. Fans edited montages, her frozen half-smile a surreal meme. The reflections didn't need her to act. They acted themselves, leaving her irrelevant unless she complied. One night the reflection spoke through the mirror, its voice rasping in her own timbre. One day, like me better. Then, feed me good thoughts. Terror struck her. She fled her apartment, running through the dark hallways until her lungs burned. Outside, she stumbled into a late-night diner under a flickering neon sign. She tried to disappear, indrawn posture, hood up, but even there, the coffee pot's chrome surface caught a gleaming spectre of her smile. She began to spiral, no longer Migri, the sweet influencer, Mikra, the glitch-faced goddess. She was devouring her own identity, piece by piece, that wide smile swallowing her whole. She scrawled in her journal, used to love showing my real face. Now I hate it. The glitch doesn't let me feel anymore, only watch, only grin. Her reflection in her torn notebook pages stared back, sharper than any video feed. Her fiancé, Jonah, confronted her one evening. "You're not the same," he said. "You hardly speak. It's like you're possessed by your camera self." She slapped his hand away. "I have to do this. You don't understand." He searched her eyes. "I do. You're scared of saying goodbye to the glitch. Then, I love you, glitch and all. But I can't live with this. I won't." He left. The door closed behind him with a soft click. She pressed her palm to the frame, that warm iron urging her to accept the grin. Mira scheduled a live stream entitled My True Face. She sat in her illuminated studio, the notebook and her makeup brushes before her. She stared at the camera, one steady orb, one faulty lens. "Today," she said, voice brittle, "I'll remove the mask." She began wiping away her cosmetics. But at the crease of her smile the glitch ignited. She screamed. Her hands flew down. Skin beneath her fingertips budged, flesh rippling as though trying to mask the deformity. The audience watched in horrified fascination. Suddenly, the reflection behind her materialized outside the monitor's frame, a figure grinning, reaching out. On her screen, cameras panned backward, revealing more of the grinning twin, dozens of them, hunched behind her, eyes glowing. She bolted from her seat, her chair toppling. Her viewers exploded in panic. Streams breaking. "Cut the feed. Please turn it off." But the stream held, unbroken, as her grin. In a final, desperate act, Mira lunged at the monitor. Her hand met the glass. The glitch face pressed its palm opposite, and the glass quaked. Her reflection merged through the screen, glass cracking like a smile splitting. Lights went black. When her manager arrived at dawn, the apartment was silent. No live stream, no notifications, no gripping horror on the monitor. But the wide-angled lens of her 4K camera lay melted on the floor, smalt etched in the scorched metal, the brand name distorted. Her bedroom mirror was shattered, reflections fractured into dozens of gleaming smirks. Each shard carried half a smile, a witness to the final glitch. In the wreckage, the notebook lay open, pages blank. On the last page, faint indentations formed words Mira never penned. "And thank you for feeding me." And off in another room, as though held by magnets, the ring light hovered, on but unmanned, casting a forgiving glow on polished floorboards, patiently awaiting the next performance.
Sleep is a luxury, and you've just run out. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll be waiting for you, if you dare.